Hi everyone. Over the years I've had a number of large black boys and they really are my favourite kind of greyhound, if I'm honest. And my current black boy is AJ here, and this is his story. So AJ raced under the name of Logie's Rocky, and although he didn't run a large number of races, I'm told he did quite well. He retired with a muscle injury to a hind leg, which is not uncommon, and all the dogs I've met from his trainer have been very friendly and well mannered, and AJ is no different in that respect. So he came to me at the age of 4, another unintended but inevitable addition to the family. I had not long adopted Millie, who I got because I wanted another greyhound, but I thought having a smaller girl would be more sensible. However, it turned out that my desire to have a large black boy was not fulfilled by having a little girl. However adorable she was, it really didn't quite fill that gap for me. And AJ was at kennels at that time. He was really quite self-effacing right from the start. He'd stand quietly in his kennel waiting to come out. He didn't make a fuss like some of them do. He walked very nicely. However, when you got into the park, you saw a very different side of him. Cats, squirrels, off-lead dogs, even on the far side of the park running around, caused him to leap in the air. And he is a big lad, having 36 or more kilos of greyhound suddenly spinning around at shoulder height in midair is not everyone's cup of tea. And close-up dogs were no better. He would lunge and leap around to get at them. So I worked with him while he was still in the kennels for about 4 months, taking him out several times a week so we could watch without getting so close that he couldn't cope. And he gradually learned that a biscuit was on offer. He was quite a cheap date because he would respond to half a gravy bone, unlike Gandalf here, who needs the finest chicken or some cheese. So he soon got to the point that if he saw another dog and I said his name, he would look at me and have his gravy bone instead of bouncing around at the squirrel or the dog or whatever it was we could see. Was you a clever chap? Well, you were a very clever chap, yes. Just a very clever chap. So I guess it was inevitable that we developed a close bond over this time with the training we were doing, and I started to realise that it was not going to make me very happy if someone else adopted him. Large black male greyhounds are not the quickest to find homes, and he hadn't had a lot of people interested in him, but of course it could happen any day. So I took him home to meet my girls, and that was in the days before Gandalf, so it was a lot easier then than it is now. And AJ didn't put a foot wrong, which means that the rest, as the saying goes, is just history. Apart from the reactivity, which subsided slowly over the next few months, he really is the perfect dog. He settled in easily, toilet trained himself, and is very easy to manage in every other way other than the reactivity. He's extremely polite, sometimes too polite for his own good, so he takes treats so very, very gently he sometimes drops them. And then of course the other dogs steal them and I have to give him another one. He doesn't often feel up to joining in the food seeking games, and certainly couldn't bear to tear up a box without assistance. He's not quite brave enough to do these things, or maybe he doesn't see the point. He is brave enough, however, to play with a treat ball as long as you give him the easy one. He's not up to the Kong wobbler like Meg. AJ is a great example of how big dogs are not necessarily more trouble than smaller dogs. We've had some great holidays and he's happy to go along with whatever your plans are. He's not the bravest guy and he's not that fond of being photographed, so he doesn't appear in a lot of the videos, or I don't have a lot of photographs of him either. But he will come and visit me in the shed sometimes, as he's doing now, and he's not as pushy as the others. He tends to turn to the back or just wait patiently till I encourage him. He's going to be 10 this year and he's definitely slowing down now. He's still very enthusiastic about walks and still forgets himself and leaps around like the puppy inside is bouncing about, but he does tend to spend a lot more time snoozing than he used to. but this doesn't stop him trying to snag me for a cuddle every time I walk past wherever he's snoozing. And I have to say, after addressing the issues around other dogs, he's been one of the easiest greyhounds I've had. So I guess the moral of this story is don't overlook the big ones, the black ones, the male ones, and the ones that need some extra work, because you might have to put that extra work in the beginning, but you will be very well rewarded for your efforts. So that is AJ's story. That's all for today. We'll be back again soon with more videos for you. Bye for now. Look out for new videos every Monday, and why not subscribe so you don't miss out?